All right, so what I got going on right now is I'm kind of doing a little bit of wet sanding here. I ended up putting a light tack coat on here first. Then I put 3 more heavier coats. Since I didn't use a primer, I'm going to let the paint act as a primer. I'm just going to wet sand this down. I'm using rubbing alcohol, mostly rubbing alcohol, and a little bit of water as my lubrication for my sandpaper, wet sanding this. And I'm using 600 grit sandpaper to do this. So I'm not going to be putting any real deep scratches in it, but I am going to be scuffing it up. And then I'm going to end up putting another probably 2 to 3 light coats on here and call it done. So I'm using the rubbing alcohol because the rubbing alcohol evaporates pretty quick, and I'm not using a lot of moisture on here. And all I want to do is just scuff this thing up to make it more flatter than what it already is. Like I said, I'm using the black paint as the primer for this. Take some of the liquid off of here. And with the rubbing alcohol, I don't have to worry about a lot of water. If I go through the black a little bit, I don't care. I just want a nice flat finish on here. See, it's already evaporating. Move some of the water. And make sure if you're using a rag with this or something that you use a real clean rag, because it will mess you up when you go to apply the paint on here. There's something on that rag. Alright, so let's see what I got here. Get a clean rag again. Dip it a little bit inside the alcohol. Wipe it off. Dry it. Hit it with some air. Alright, so no signs of any crack in it at all. That's what I'm looking for. This is ready to put about 2 or 3 more coats on it, and then let it sit for a few days to dry really good. Then I'll sand it again with the 600 grit sandpaper and put the water decal on it. Alright, so about 4 hours ago, I put the last 2 coats of the Duplicolor flat black on there. It came out perfect. I mean, I cannot ask for anything better than this. I cannot spray with a spray gun, but I could spray with a fucking spray can and airbrush. There is no orange peel in this. There is no swelling around the edges from putting too much paint on it. I did not sand this. I only sanded it down the first time. You don't see no scratches in the finish at all from the sandpapers. And yeah, I cannot ask for anything better than this. So I really want to unwrap this thing and get the masking tape off of it, but I still want to wet sand this one more time. And the reason for that is I want to wet sand it first, put the decal on here, the Jackson logo, and the sanding scratches will give the clear coat something to bind into or bond into. And yeah, so I have to wait. It is not wet anymore. It's dry. Again, when you spray light coats, you're going to have really, really nice after. So as you can see, no orange peel, no waves, no bumps, no cracks, no nothing. So I want to thank everybody for following me on this journey with this Weedies headstock, Jackson headstock. These videos are kind of a series of videos just to show Weedy the progress that has been going on with this and what is being done and how it's being done. I want to say thanks to everybody for giving me a little bit of advice on how to fix the crack, glue everything back together. Zip been real help with this, and a few other people. Again, thanks for following this. Weedy, I'm kind of like trying to do this on a timer to where I can get this thing back to you in a couple of weeks, hopefully a lot sooner. And it all depends on Saturday. The clear shows up Saturday. I'll probably do some wet sanding on Sunday and spraying clear on Monday. As long as it's not too hot and too humid outside, this should work out pretty good. So again, thanks everybody. Take it easy, and catch you all later.